Hello, hello, and welcome back to our promo day 10 for our incredible summit, which is all about manifest predictable income for a system for online coaches and healers, where I bring these amazing voices that were part of that interview series, where we are talking about mindset, strategies, tools, all the beautiful resources that they are there to share with you. And let's just first introduce everybody who is on today's panel before we dive into today's topic. Jennifer, I'll start from you.
Well, hello. I'm Jennifer Seifert, and I typed financial leadership guide, so there must be a reason for that. I help entrepreneurs really get current in their business, so that's so you can actually know your numbers, you can actually see the reality of what's going on in your business and your life, and take a first step. Like when you actually look, you transform patterns around avoiding. You get information to help you make decisions. You realize that I'm not paying myself. There might be a problem there. Maybe I should look more at this. So I help, I've worked as a CPA in public practice. I did work there for over 20 years, and I really noticed messy, incomplete, and behind information from about 95% of the entrepreneurs that would bring their work in. And they were not elevating to where they really wanted to go. They're just staying the same or doing worse. So I want to help you elevate to where you want to go. So your business supports your life and it stops consuming your life.
I love that. So beautifully said. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Susan, I have you next.
Hi,
Tell a little bit
everyone.
about yourself.
I am Susan Winter, one of the founders of Winners Prosperity Network. We lovingly call it WPN. And we create a community for women to come to thrive and prosper, a space where people could actually build relationships and build their businesses.
Mhm.
So I work specifically to help people with their mindset and how to maintain their mindset. You know, how to set your intention and how to hold your intention and how to behave during the day, as I like to say, you know. So you stay on track, you stay in the zone, and you propel yourself to the next level.
I love that. And for anybody who is looking for the great networking space, if especially if you're a coach or healer, this is the place. So definitely check it out. Thank you so much, Susan. And Dr. Heather.
Aloha,
Hello.
everyone. Aloha. I am Dr. Heather Tucker, and I'm the CEO of a company called Another Level Living Incorporated. And I love what was previously shared because it really supports what I do and how I serve. So I specialize in business and life harmony success because it really is two sides of the same coin. We never want to get so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. And it is possible to work smarter, to stress less, to strengthen our relationships, and lead with much more energy, ease, and momentum. Specifically, I work with women entrepreneurs who want to increase their calm, their confidence, and their client and cash flow. Because when there is a healed heart, a renewed mind, so it's working on one accord, and we feel really good and confident in how we serve and who we are, that energy trickles into everything that we do. And it is about being everything that we're called to be, which will allow us to better do everything that we're called to do. And having just becomes this beautiful, fun byproduct. And so happy to be here with you all. And it is really, we got the purpose, we have the passion, and a lot of times there's these things that can happen in business and life that get in the way of that. But the passion, when that is in its full light, its presence, power, its joy, and its aloha, then the prosperity is just a beautiful natural byproduct. And the journey of entrepreneurship and living life becomes even more joyful and fun and freedom for everyone.
I love that. So, so beautifully said. So let's dive into the topic because today we are unpacking the cost of waiting. And a lot of times, coaches and healers are waiting because they feel like, okay, if I am not going to invest in myself, if I am not going to launch something, that means I'm not going to fail. And a lot of times they are waiting for more confidence, they are waiting for more experience, or the perfect website, or the perfect timing, or one more certification. But what if waiting isn't protecting you? What if it's something that costing you the opportunities, costing you the momentum, the clients, and the growth? Because again, waiting has the price tag, because a lot of times we might think about the cost of action. What if it's not going to work? But instead of thinking about it, just think about what is it going to cost you if you are not going to act. Because each time you are sitting and doing nothing, it's the lost opportunity, it's the lost connection with people, it's the lost when you are practicing your craft, speaking on other stages, offering, be bold and just looking and experience what's going to happen. Because again, the only way for us to tap to something better, to start developing, it's actually being in motion. And that's exactly the price tag that a lot of coaches and healers are not really connecting to. And I can even tell from my own journey, when I graduated my certification in manifestation coaching, I still connect with some coaches that had the certification the same time, and they tell me that they look me just like really skyrocket, because they were still staying and waiting when they are ready. They were still not taking the actions, they were still not investing in the future growth. And that's why there is like a gap right now. And the time is something that even money can't buy. So if somebody is watching and thinking, I do not have time to invest in myself, think about that. The money, whenever you are going to tap to that, is never going to return the time that you actually lose, right? So I just wanted to open up that discussion for this conversation. Jennifer, what do you want to say about that?
Well, I was thinking back to when I started working in accounting. I noticed that I didn't, the education is theory. It's
Mm-hmm.
all theory. You can learn things, you can memorize things, you can write things down, you can watch videos, you can do that. But it isn't actually what is taking place in a business, okay? Like they did not teach me anything in school about working in a in accounting field. Absolutely zero. Like the fundamentals, yes, I got those, but I learned everything on the job. And I always have had the entrepreneurial spirit. So it was really good for me to be working with entrepreneurs because I loved cheering them on and supporting them and getting close to their dreams. Like most people are doing their purpose work when they start a business, they're doing what they love. And they also have found an area that they want to support that needs that support, right? And I was always mystified when other people that I would have gone to school with, or when new hires would come into the world, they were like, well, I can't do this until I learn this. And I'm like what, I was going to school while I was getting my CPA. Okay. So I was learning everything on the job, and then I didn't even need to study much for school because I was learning those stuff
Mm-hmm.
that, so I was getting better grades on the test, and they would be like, well, no, I can only focus on one thing at a time. I want to get all the school, then I'll get a job. Okay, so take that to your business. I want to get all these certificates. I need to have all of them. Well, do you see any of my certificates on my wall right now? They're actually in the closet. I've never hung them up. and but the letters were behind my name whenever I want to put them there, right? And Reiki master, shaman, all of those other certificates in the healing realm that I also have, I don't have any pieces of paper to put on my wall. It's the action of what you are already learning. And I also know this is when you start teaching and training and mentoring others, that is the real learning. That is the real learning. And you accelerate even faster. And so if you're afraid to follow up connecting with people or go networking or make an offer because you don't feel confident about it, the practice of making the mistakes or realizing, oh, I still feel when I do that, that's such good noticing. And it's like you got to keep going into the fire of your fears, because those are guiding you to go towards what the desire is you have set for yourself, that you want to be this world, you want to make a world impact, you want to create change in this industry. So it's going to be step by step and fear by fear that you move through, but you can't learn it in the book. It's going to be your own journey.
Beautiful, beautifully said. Thank you so much. And for Susan, what is your take on that?
Well, first of all, Jennifer, I have to say that was wow. Everybody needs to hear what you just had to say.
All right, make a clip of that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, seriously, absolutely. And I want to follow up with take one tiny step. Don't be overwhelmed by everything that you have to do, but do take one tiny step each day to move you closer to your dream, to what you want to achieve. Because the price of waiting can be very, very, very expensive. And one of the things you referred to was, getting your next level of education and investing in yourself. You're the best investment that you could ever make, really. Because think of what your ROI is once you gain those new skills and apply them. And I keep saying and apply them because that's the part that's really important. You can know everything, but if you don't apply it, it doesn't really mean much. So, that's the thing for me. And there's two prices that you're going to pay. A lot of people say, okay, like you said, Jennifer, I'll take some additional courses. I'll get some certifications. I'll learn more. And they have a free course over here, and I can do this online over here, and this one's free, and that one's free. And then it costs you a lot of time. You're going to pay one way or the other, right? To up level your game. The other way is, right, you're either going to pay in time or you're going to pay in dollars. I'd much rather take the fast path instead of taking, I call it taking the express instead of the local.
Yep.
On a train, if you've ever taken a train, you can go or an elevator, you can go straight to the penthouse, or you could take it floor by floor till you get to 100. I prefer the shorter path. I prefer taking the express, not the local. And that's my recommendation for everybody. And fear is what stops us, I believe. That, call it a lot of different things, but it's fear that does it. And courage is what you really need to take that tiny little step, not the big leap necessarily, although I'm a leaper as well. But you want to take a tiny step each day to get you closer. So, don't pay a high price, pay the little bit.
Beautiful. And I just wanted to add one thing, Susan, that when people are not investing in the proper, like we were talking about, one thing to become certified with all the trainings, which we all already have, but it's another step when you really want to build your business and create the predictable income. Invest in that kind of training, because again, you either pay with investing in yourself, or you are paying because you are not generating any income. So the price is yours and the choice is yours. Again, just think about it, right? It's not about that you cannot teach people, but besides teaching people, you have to understand a little bit of marketing, sales, and all other pieces. And that's exactly where predictable income system comes to the play. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Heather, what do you say about it?
Okay, so I've been enjoying this conversation so far as I've heard each of you speak. And one of the things that keeps coming to mind is the reminder that lives are literally being lost as a result of us not showing up in our full light. Right.
Mhm.
And yes, the fear sometimes gets, so there's this terror barrier, or there's a fear of the unknown, or and we can get comfortable in just the comfort and the safety. But it's like one of those things when you're called to be able to step into a bigger and better version of yourself, recognizing that, oh my goodness, there's a stuff within me that I'm not sure of that's getting in the way. This is where we're not going the battle alone, and we take that divine step to have the right support, which is why I love coaching, helping people bridge the gap from where they are to where they want to be. We don't have to have a great past to have a great future. And a lot of times, this cost from waiting comes from an accumulation of even past things that are still unconsciously holding a weight in our mind and our heart. For example, like a lot of times we can be super excited when we first start our business. We're going to do this. Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing. Right? We just think it's this direct path. And then it's like, oh, this is path with all these wines and things like that. Sometimes the things from the past or in that time kind of even create more of the fear of being able to step into the thing. Well, what if I fail? This happened before. We want to release all of that. It's about healing the past, so therefore we can live more in the present and just know who we are and enjoy that journey of where we're going. So it is that part about real, like I think of, we went to see we went to see The Lion King. We went to see The Lion King for Mother's Day. It was so fun. And it was really great because it was highlighting that terminology, Hakuna Matata. So yes,
Mhm.
after the significant emotional event that happened where he lost his father, then he went to go live Hakuna Matata with Timon and Pumbaa and totally blocked off what was before. And in the meantime, his family, his village is suffering as a result, and he's here. So a lot of times we'll put those blinders. I'm going to avoid this thing that I'm called to be able to do, and I'm just going to put a blinder on. But think about all the things that are happening behind the scenes by us not showing up in our full light. So this just reminds me of a great quote by Robert Campbell. He was immigrant, and he came here and he said, "The cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek." Right? So,
Mhm.
what's the cave? What's the treasure? Fear of being seen, heard, and felt. Okay, go into the cave and break free from the fear, because that treasure is right there.
Yeah.
And all of that resistance is coming from internally. And we
Mhm.
want to shift that. You shift that, it's everything else just flows. So that's the biggest thing I want to say about that is, like, now is the time. Now is really the time to be able to step into everything that we're called to be, because the ripple effect that you're called to make is not being made if we don't take that one step, like Susan said.
I love that. I love everything each one of you was saying. And I just wanted to add one point to that, that waiting actually delays the feedback. Business growth is built on the feedback, because through doing the activities, through talking to people, through launching the products, through selling, through testing ideas, right? This is exactly how we receive the feedback. And this is the way that we adjust and modify something that didn't work the way that we desire. So if we are waiting, we are just not taking that feedback, and we are not knowing where to move and how to move it. And that's exactly what it's costing us: more time and more aligned clients for ourselves. So I wanted to go through each one of your titles of your talk on the summit, and what is the free gift that you are offering to each of the participants. Jennifer, I'll start from you.
So my top title is Hidden Financial Pressure: Why Entrepreneurs Feel Stuck Even Though You're Working Hard. And I created a Get Current assessment tool so that will spit out a result for you of what is this hidden financial pressure and the grade that you're in. Like, what are you feeling? Is it mild? Is it building? Is it high? Is it survival mode? And it gives you this opportunity. Just doing the assessment is a step towards a shift that you want. It's like facing the music, the reality of what's going on in your business by answering these, a few questions, and it takes about 1 minute. And I was listening to what you're saying there, Irina, around, feedback. So your business is a feedback tool.
Totally.
And yes, sales and marketing is important. Yes, networking and connection calls is important, relationship building. But there is a lack of understanding of how the financial, like a corporation works, because I witnessed it. And there's a lack of responsibility. It's like, oh, I get my bookkeeper to do that. I get my accountant to do that. No, you need to know how these numbers work. You need to know how to delegate. You need to know how to read, because it is such valuable feedback if you know how
Totally.
to structure your business like a vehicle that is going to generate wealth for you, pay you every month, provide a legacy, and you support your family. It is a whole asset that you're creating. So you really want to know about your asset. And businesses that are really successful are well-rounded by their business owner. The business owner knows everything about what's going on in their business. But if you keep putting it aside, oh, I don't need to look at that, like you said, Dr. Heather, the blinders are on, and you're not realizing the village is suffering, your business is a village. You got the blinders on and you just think one thing is important and you ignore all the other aspects of your business. They're suffering and struggle, and you're like, well, why am I struggling? Well, get current, get present with what's going on in the reality of your business. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
My gift.
Numbers are super important, especially if you want to see what to allocate, let's say for the ads, if we are running the ads for our, like maybe hiring, delegating the responsibilities that we have with others. Absolutely. We do have to have the numbers. And again, feedback, once we analyze the numbers, then we receive the feedback, right? Beautiful. Yeah, love it. Great. And what is your free gift for the audience?
Oh, I said it, the Get Current assessment. It's the
Yes.
Get Current assessment. 1 minute it takes, and it'll give you a score and a feedback.
Beautiful. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Susan, how about yourself? What is the title of your talk and what is your free gift?
My talk is about daily practices that support you and predictable income. And so I have developed over the years some practices, very simple, very, very simple, like 1 minute quizzes that you can implement so that you have a smooth flowing day. And so my gift for everybody is a little journal prompts that I've put together. And again, they only take, a few minutes to do each day. And there are 6 sentence starters, I like to call them, that really set your intention for the day. And then I also have behind that a system to stay with that intention for the day, as opposed to getting knocked off course. So that's my gift to everybody. It's called Aligned and Activated Journal, with a simple system to take you throughout the day as well. And I can't wait to everybody have that.
Yes, totally, totally great. And Dr. Heather, how about you?
Okay, so my topic is the CEO advantage and how authentic connection leads to client attraction success. So I'm super excited to be able to share that. And my free gift that I have for everyone is 7 secrets to more business and life harmony success. Some of the stuff that I talked about is in that guide that you will receive. And also I end up giving 7 more secrets over a week as well to be able to support that. And yeah, super fun and excited to be a part of this journey.
That's beautiful. Awesome. And the last question I have for everybody, why do you think somebody who is watching have to join us? Why is that interview series so important? Because again, it's interview series, meaning that you do not have to be present at any particular day at any particular place. All it is just you register and you start receiving the interviews into your inbox, 2 interviews per day. Two beautiful speakers landing in your inbox, and you have 24 hours to watch these interviews, and they are starting to release starting June 8th. So you do not have to be anywhere. All you have to do is just click the button and register. So my question to each one of you, why do you think somebody wants to register for this event, Jennifer?
Well, I think every business owner would love predictable income, right? And a system, and every one of us has a system here to help you do that. And there is you might want to converge multiple systems from multiple people as well. And so you do want to register, because when you take a step forward, like you say, yes, I want predictable income, you're telling yourself that. Most importantly, you're telling yourself that I'm ready to commit to this desire, that I do want to elevate my business and I do want to have predictable income. But there's another step you could take that Rena didn't mention is, okay, you only get 24 hours to watch that video. You can watch it anytime that day, but there's a VIP and you can get access to the VIP and have unlimited access to watching all 27 speakers and downloading their gifts and practicing suggestions that they say, really digesting the wisdom that is coming through all of the interviews. So I think that's $37 until June 7th, and it's going to go up to $67 on June 8th, the day the summit starts. So you really want to take advantage of that now. And all you have to do is click on any of our links in any of these posts that you're watching, and it will guide you to register and then purchase the VIP.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Susan, how about you? Why do you think people want to join this summit?
For me, one of the things in the system that I have for staying in the zone is ever evolving for the better. We always want to be evolving, right? We don't want to be stagnant. And when you bring together and have the opportunity to hear from the types of people that you've brought together here in this 14-day sessions, you don't want to miss them. You may not want to listen to all of them, but I promise you, if you're looking for what's next for you, you're going to find it somewhere during this series. The key is always, I always like to say, have a shopping list, right? As long as you know what you're shopping for, you're going to find it when you get to the store. So that's why I would recommend, first of all, everybody, because even if there's one gem that makes you make one change, and it makes all the difference for you financially, right? Then you can make a bigger difference for others financially as well. I always like to bring that point up. You know, it's not about so much really just what we have, but what we can do. The more money we have, the more we can do for people. So I can't think of a reason not to sign up, actually. You know, there is every reason to sign up. And, you know, I challenge everybody, let this be your first next little step that you take on your journey to predictable income, consistent, predictable income. You're going to find it here as long as you take the steps. So, and yes, grab the VIP package because it's amazing.
Love it. Thank you so much. And Dr. Heather, why do you think people want to join?
Oh my goodness, for all of the reasons that were already said and then some. The word that was coming is certainty and stability. Like the beauty of having a predictive, like there can be so many challenges around like receiving, like let's like receiving money, being like girl. But what if it could be this beautiful predictive income where it feels good for you to be able to share and receive? This is going to be able to support us in opening up that space to create our own stability and certainty in our business. And like you said, there's just these amazing gems that you're going to want to go back and to be able to digest. One of the things that wasn't mentioned that I'm super excited to mention about the VIP option is that you also get to hang out with Irina some more, because she has a great VIP bundle that's going to support you in that manifestation. So now is the time. If not now, then when? And if not you, then who? And that part about lives are literally being lost as a result of us not showing up in our full light. Break free from that and take action and get your ticket. And we so look forward to seeing you there.
So beautifully said. Thank you so much, ladies. It was super powerful. And remember, everybody that is watching, there is a cost and there is a price tag to waiting. So right now, you give yourself permission to move forward. And the first step is to click on that button and register, because you never know what that decision is going to unfold for you. Amazing, powerful voices. You'll definitely find somebody who you resonate the best, and who knows what kind of business with predictable income you are going to create. Thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you live tomorrow on another episode. Bye.